Once you get some momentum going, you can do anything. Free Egg McMuffins and no more Judge Judy. Say it ain't so.
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit Hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Happy Monday. Here we go. It is the start of a new week, the start of a new month, day 2 of March. That's right. It is Monday, March 2nd. 2020, day 171 of Gotta Get on Ellen. You know what today is, don't you? It's Grateful Monday. That is the day when I read to you a few entries from my own personal gratitude journal to show you how easy, how simple, and how rewarding it can be. So I was going through the past week, and I usually choose about 5 to read to you. And I think I'm going to go with all of my entries from Monday, last Monday, which is based on the day before because I do it first thing in the morning. So this was last Sunday. And the first thing I wrote is amazing sunshine and warm temps. That's right. Joe and I sat outside on the dock. Then we moved on to the porch area and had a couple of beers. While we were sitting on the dock, drinking in the amazing sunshine, our neighbors came out next door, had a nice little chat with them. Haven't chatted with them in a while because, we don't hang outside in the wintertime. Joe made some cookies over the weekend. He made them for his coworker, but yep, I had some. They were top notch. And the other thing that I was really grateful for was, I may have mentioned this to you before, we have a basketball out on our porch area. We had put it away over the holidays when my brother was visiting with his 2 dogs because, they would have been able to probably pop that bad boy. But it's a normal size basketball. And we have it in the porch, and Tucker just goes after that thing like a banshee. I mean, she is determined to get that ball into her mouth. And I think that she's very perplexed as to why she can't. She makes all kinds of grunting noises, and she just has the most fun trying. I'm going to video it. I think I may have. I know I videoed it before, but I'm not sure if I put it up on the Hopefulist page or on a private account. So I will do it again because it's always worth watching again because the joy that she has trying to get this basketball is just too much. I mean, it's just the most cutest thing you've ever seen. So there are some of my entries from my own personal gratitude journal. I certainly hope that it gives you a little momentum to start your own. And it's really just simple things throughout the day that you can sit back and think back on and be grateful for. It will really change everything. First and foremost, the way that you go about approaching your day. So it seems that once you hit 50, I've been there for almost a month now, you really do start falling apart. Remember I was telling you on Friday about the tinnitus that I had, the pulse in my ear that I could hear? That seemed to have gone away at some point on Saturday. It started Thursday night, had it all day Friday, had it half the day on Saturday because I remember having it in the morning. And then we went to an event Saturday afternoon, and I have not noticed it since. So knock on wood, very, very happy about that. But I've got a new problem now. It seems I have locked my jaw. Not terribly, obviously, because I'm talking okay. But yesterday I was eating a peanut butter sandwich. The softest food you could ever imagine. Creamy peanut butter on a piece of whole wheat bread. Yep, locked my jaw up. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what's going on with it. And all of a sudden, it's very difficult for me to eat. And you know what? I really, really like to eat. So I looked some, I went to the Google doctor once again, and it told me, like some kind of, move your jaw back and forth, hold your jaw down for like 30 seconds. And it's not as bad as it was, but still not normal. So I don't know. I'm just literally starting to fall apart. I don't know what has happened. Some good news for you today. You will be able to get a free egg McMuffin this morning. I hope you're listening to this on your way to work. You have to use the McDonald's app in order to get the freebie, but they will be available until 10:30 this morning. I think I heard on the news that Wendy's has come out with a new line of breakfast. So it's probably an attempt to try and keep people at McDonald's. I've never been a fan of the Egg McMuffin, to be honest with you. McDonald's is not even really my favorite for breakfast. I do love the hash browns, but I feel like I could eat 5 of them. So, one is just so dissatisfying. And then if I get more than one, I just feel like a pig. So, I just go to Burger King and get the tots. They have the little tots instead of the hash browns. They're just as good. They might even be better. And I dig a croissant, sausage, egg, and cheese croissant at Burger King. But, honestly, who has the best, especially their croissants, sandwiches anymore? And they were really terrible at first. Wawa. If you have a Wawa near you, try one of their sandwiches for breakfast. Like I said, when they first came out, I really just didn't enjoy any of them. And when I was working with this one company a few years back, I used to go out with a bunch of guys on my my mission for the day. I was washing windows. Yes, I've done everything. And he stopped one day and got 2 sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant sandwiches from Wawa. And my mouth was literally watering just looking at it. I was like, they look a lot better than they used to. So not long after that, I tried one again, and man, hooked. So good. But Wawa's hash browns still suck. They stink the whole joint up. Joe still comes home with them occasionally, and I'm always like, all right, I'll eat it because you bought it, but they're not good. They're not good. They're soggy. They're rarely crispy. Just not good. So if you would like to get an Egg McMuffin, today is the day that you can do that. Some upsetting news for me personally. Judge Judy will be retiring. That's right. We still have a year to go, but her show will end in May of next year. I do love me some Judge Judy. I have to say, though, the People's Court is my favorite. I love Judge Marilyn Milian. I love her. Love, love, love. I think she's so funny. So there are plenty of court shows to choose from. I don't know if you've ever watched Hot Bench. That is a creation of Judge Judy's. It's when they have 3 judges that they don't all have to agree, but 2 out of 3 to give the verdict of which way they're going to rule. I started watching that when it first came out, and then I kind of lost interest in it. And I believe she's coming out with a couple of more new shows like that. So don't worry about her. She's going to still keep making money. Don't worry about her. She makes something like $47 million a year or something. I think that she was even making more than Oprah at one point when Oprah was still on the air. She was either making more or was like right under her. I don't know. But, that's some money. That is some money if you are competing with Oprah. For reals. So I did go to the Arctic Outreach over the weekend. I was telling you about this on Friday. It's an outdoor event. They put up all these tents. They have bands. They have food. They have drinks. They have face painting for the kids. They had silent auctions. It was I didn't get into the baskets. I was going to, that was one of the first things we did is we went down the line to see what they were, raffling off on baskets. And as always, I always see a ton of stuff that I really want, but there was a lot of people at this thing. So I kind of just forewent the whole experience because I didn't want to get my hopes up. Because, I get a little too into this stuff. The last time I did one of these things, I actually did win, and I won the actual basket that I had wanted. First time ever something like that's ever happened to me in my life. Kind of crazy. Now, I had won one of these about a year or so before, but it was something that I just kind of threw a ticket in because I was like, all right, I'll throw a ticket into that one. And I won that. And I just wasn't all that excited about it. I'm like, yeah, well, at least I won. So it was a lot of fun. I saw so many people there that I know. It's, like I said, a huge, huge community event. Went with some friends. They picked us up. We were feeling a little bit like we wanted to go home before they did because freezing. Yeah, it was cold. It was darn cold. And I dressed for the occasion. I had long johns on. I had my gloves on. I had my polar bear hat on, which I think was a big hit. I had gotten a polar bear hat a couple of years ago because we often will go down to Seattle City when they have their polar bear plunge. And, of course, it's very popular there. Everybody's got the polar bear hats on. And I've only gotten to wear it once so far. And I bought 3 of them. The first year, the 1 year, and then they ended up canceling and not going. So then I kept them in my closet for another year. And then we went last year, and I brought one for the girls. There was 6 of us all together, so I brought a hat for myself and the 2 other ladies that were attending with us. And then this year, we did not get an invite for some reason. My feelings are a little hurt because this is a really fun event down in Seattle. And this is what this Arctic outreach kind of reminded me of the big polar bear plunge weekend down in Seattle. When I say polar bear plunge, I mean I watch the other people plunge into the ocean. I do not do it. No way, no how, not going to do it. Not jumping into the ocean in February. I don't jump into the ocean in August. So I'm certainly not doing it in February. So there you go. But this was a lot of fun, and even like the people. Well, I had met some people at some of the drink trucks that were very friendly and jovial, and kind of joked around with us. But then there was others. I had the first beer I had gotten. They had different areas where you could buy drinks and such. And the first time I had gotten a beer was just at this tent, and I had ordered a beer, and they had cans, which, I get. You're outside, what have you. But there was all kinds of, like, dirt and sand, like, around the rim, like in the little ridge there. And I said to the girl, this is really – because she opened it. I couldn't just say – I should have just said, can I have another one? This one is filthy. But I was just like, it's really dirty. Can you give me something to wipe that off? She seemed very annoyed with my reaction to having all kinds of dirt and sand right at the mouth part of where I will be drinking. I don't really have anything, she says. I kind of have this napkin. And I'm like, well, just give me a little piece of the napkin or something. I just want to wipe out the dirt. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't want to drink dirt. I'm sorry about that. Sorry if that was inconvenient for you. But then we found another place. It was funny because I walked up to the truck that was selling, and they had my brand of beer, the Michelob Ultra, that I typically drink and then did not get at my first dirty experience. That was a Corona Light, which I'm not a huge fan of. So I saw, it's kind of like any kind of truck. They have their selection right up there on the ledge, and I saw a Michelob Ultra, and there was a woman in front of me, and I was just like, oh, yes, they have Michelob Ultra. She goes, yeah, but this is our last one, and I think she might be buying it. And she just saw me. The lady saw me, and she goes, you can have it. I don't, I really don't. It doesn't matter to me. I was like, oh, okay, thanks. And she's like, this is the last one. I'm like, oh no. And then as, we were